Hello, my name's Lance. Thanks for joining me today. It's Black Canvas Day. I've already did one, and I'm working on my second one. This is a black canvas. I painted it with black gesso. Whoops, big old jar of it, and that dries very quickly. If you're impatient like me, you can use a blow dryer, but I did it several days ago. Then I put blue, crimson, crimson, and blue, and I cut. Well, then I put before that I put some liquid on here, and that makes it slick and stuff. So, um, yeah, hopefully you like this. I don't know what we're going to do, but I'm going to show you how cool it is when you add color to it's kind of transparent because it still looks black. You can see the blue a little, but I use a phthalo blue and alizarin crimson and probably do mountains again. And I think I'm going to try to do a big waterfall, something different, and hopefully it turns out. So let's get started. I'm going to zoom in. And I just want to say thanks again for everybody that subscribed. I'm at over 1,000 subscribers now since January. So I'm thank you. I'm very, very thankful for that. Very humble. Excuse me. So let's get started. I am on my off day today, and I'm going to go to. So I'm having a beer. You might have saw it in the background there, but I just want to hopefully get this so you don't get a bad glare. Okay. Okay. Here's my palette. It's kind of messy. There's my there's my liquid right there, and it's clear. It's got all over my hand, and so it kind of smells good. Whew. So okay, so I'm gonna start out with my new brush. I got some new brushes and I like them. And I'm just gonna take this, it's the one I put everything on with. I'm gonna take some white off my palette, just load it on there a little bit there, and we're gonna start right about here. We're just gonna start brushing that on and work our way out. And you'll see the crimson. And when you do this, I got music on, but I don't think you can hear it because my microphone kind of blocks it out. You get the best of both worlds. You don't have to listen to music, and I can enjoy it. So see how I'm going up, and you just let the paint wear off, you know, and then you can go all the way up. This is the easy. This is so easy. Anybody can do this. I've been painting for about I don't know 5 years now, and yeah, I can't even draw a stick, man. So you can do this. Everyone says you're talented, and it's not really that hard. You just got to work at it, practice. There's certain things I'm not good at, things I'm getting better at. Look at that. I'm not even sure what I'm going to do yet, but I think this you can put water in there or just leave it like there. There's a piece for the Museum of Modern Art right there, huh? No. Anyway, let's grab a little more blue. Maybe put some more phthalo blue at the bottom. May not show up though. There. Okay. Now that looks pretty good there. I'm going to take and we can lighten it up. And I want it to be brighter actually. So I don't really want a sunrise in this one. So I'm going to take and get a clean brush. Hey, where's that one at? I cleaned. I had a mess. I got my. I washed all my brushes. Oh, there they are. Okay, so I'm going to grab some more white. Okay, on there. Quite a bit actually. I'm going to come right in here. This might be too much. And I'm just going to do the same thing. Start in the middle and work my way out. Okay, and you can come down with it. However, it doesn't matter that way. Just go up here, make it a little brighter. I think I want this one to be kind of in the daytime. And we'll leave the sides up top darker. You don't have to go all the way up because when we blend it, it will automatically pull that paint up. Okay, same thing down here. Just stop about there. Okay, good tunes on the radio today. Okay, throw that down. Grab this big brush. These are pretty good. These 1 inch, 2 inch brushes, wherever you get them, are pretty good. Some of them are super expensive. Some are pretty affordable. Did I zoom in? I did. Okay, good. I'm having a beer today, I might have mentioned, because it's my day off. Delicious. Okay, so I'm going to start where it's lightest and just kind of come in and blend. This is wet. I put that medium on there. You don't want it too thick though. It'll get you in trouble if you're, I think we'll do that. Leave it there. Come down here, just go side to side. We may not have water in here. If we do, that's fine. It'll match. If we don't, guess what? We just cover it up. So, and plus it gets rid of extra paint on your brush. So, works good. Okay. Well, how about, what do you think? Let's do some mountains. I already got it ready to go. And just today, I'm going to mix up. I got this big palette today, and it's here, dripping down. I'm going to take some brown, some of these two browns. I think it's a burnt sienna and a raw umber, maybe. Get a little crimson in there. Okay. Yeah, that's going to be nice. Maybe a little of this color. I don't know what it is. It was left over. My first painting I did turned out really good, but I had to restart it because it didn't go the way I wanted, which is fine. You can do that. So see that? There's our mixture. I'm not going to use that brush to do my mountains. I'm going to get or that palette knife. I'm going to get a different one. I'm going to use this one. I got a lot of them, and I'm just going to take this and lightly, pull it out. Just get it all on there. So let's see here. Oh boy, let's see. We want a mount. I do a lot of mountains, but mountains are cool, and people like them. They get pretty good, pretty popular on YouTube. If YouTube wants them to be that day. Anyway, let's go over here today. Okay, there are lights coming from this side. I want them higher or lower. Let's go here. Just throw them in. Okay, get a little Oh, that looks good. Oh, I think so. Okay. I work on the railroad in Glacier Park, Glacier National Park, and so there's peaks everywhere. I just can't seem to get the my camera, even though it's a nice iPhone. I can't seem to get the pictures to ever turn out like they look when I see them. But there, and there's no reason. I mean, just have fun when you're doing this. Just don't worry about them. The only thing you're concerned about right now is your peaks. So maybe this one I want to come up a little bit. And that one can come down. He goes up. And you know what? Let's do Little Dog Glacier Park. This is already almost looking like it. And I do this one a lot. And this isn't going to be exact, but it kind of has two peaks. And they come together like that. And then they kind of go like this. There might be a little bit in the middle. A little ruggedness in there. And then it just goes down there. And then there's another peak that goes over there. Sometimes when you go fast like this, it looks better. My buddy's going to want this one, I can tell you right away. He likes Little Dog. It's a hard climb. You get up there, and then you start working your way down, and you just kind of slide on all the screed. Probably about 7, 8, probably about Mariah's Pass is 52 something. So Little Dog's probably about 9,000, 8,400, 8,000 at the top. Okay? And you can come down, pull some more this way. Everybody does mountains differently. See? And I'm just kind of guessing as I'm going here on what we're going to do. But it looks darker, but I'm going to put some good highlights on here. And I'm not even going to, I'm going to leave the mountains. Usually I'll blend them and pull all the color out. But I think today I'm not going to. If you've had a chance, if you're in Cutbank, Montana, check out the marketplace on Main. They've got some cool Montana-made stuff there. If you're traveling through, they have an art gallery there. I've got some stuff in there, and it's a cool little store. So if you have time, swing in there, give them some patronage. They could sure use it. Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna grab another brush, and I'm gonna pull the bottom some of this out a little bit. I'm just gonna kind of come in and do that. Just kind of maybe. I was coming home last night. I work on the railroad, And I was coming home last night and I noticed the just kind of doing that there and tapping it. Uh, some of the mountains, like the Sweetgrass Hills, were really cool. They were like dark blue up top because of the shadows, and then on the bottoms they were like you can see where the sun was just glazing on them, and that was cool. Let's see. These kind of go here. I'll pull them this way, so they kind of look. It's kind of a ridge, up there. There. Okay. So I think that looks good. Now we're going to have to put some highlights on there. And what I'm going to do is just add some white to that color. Okay. Take some white, mix some of that mountain color we used. And this is going to be cool. Okay. Same knife. You can use whatever palette knife you want, but there's a lot of paint on here, but we're just going to kind of come in and just kind of touch. Geez, just have fun. See? Just pull them this way. See how they turn out. You can even almost tap them in there. Knives are great. They take a little while to get used to, though. And let's see, maybe this guy, he's got some there. Okay. And it's kind of, your angles, mountains are you got to make sure you keep your angles. And this one maybe comes down this way. Pull that down. Just let it kill all your dark. You know, it can come this way a little and just, yeah. Remember, they don't have to be perfect. They just have to kind of look like mountains. And once you get mountains figured out, they aren't very hard. Maybe there's a little bit back here. Have a little fun with them. Almost goes like that. Can you hear my music in the background? There. Just break them up. There. Fun stuff. Right here, maybe this is coming down. Kind of let them flatten out. Little Dog is awesome, though. Last night we were going through Grizzly, which is a stop we do on the train, and there's a couple that was staying up there on top, and they had a tent in this little campground. And I noticed when I got out, the mosquitoes are really bad. So hopefully they had a good night. There. So if you want to, you take your brush like this one, and you can tap the bottom like this. Okay, and it kind of mists it out a little bit. And I'm kind of following my angles here. Hopefully this doesn't fall off. And you can pull them up. Don't make them even. But yeah, maybe the whole thing's coming this way. And then we can kind of pull some of that down. This brush is getting kind of old. So, and it kind of comes down, and yeah. And you could probably take this guy. Try not to say this guy anymore. You can hang this down and just grab that highlight color and just maybe bring some more down. These knives are awesome. You can do a lot with a knife. I've noticed your finger, and another one of my favorites are sponges. Hey, look at that. Grab some more white, that color I used, and I'm just mixing them together and then just scrubbing them in. Sometimes a brush, yeah, see? Like I said, I'm making this painting up, but I've done Little Dog several times, and Great Northern's another one of my favorites. We go out on Hungry Horse Reservoir, my family and I, and we go pick huckleberries. And gosh, that mountain's amazing. Never hiked it yet. Okay. And sometimes when you're on this palettes, I'm picking up color that I don't know if I want to pick up, but yeah. And I see a little darker there. This is going to turn into a knife painting in a minute. But you can throw some dark in here. See? Because you got to color against color. See? There. So there you got that mountain ridge. I know it's at an angle. I'm sorry. Maybe I can try this. But Oh, I think my painting's moving. There, how's that? There, that's better. Sorry, I was trying to. Sometimes when you angle these down, the lights don't hit as bad. But what I found is it's better to come in from the side because that looks almost exactly. We're missing all the glare and stuff. Now, I need some darker color. Some dark. Get some crimson in there. Where'd my black go? Is that black? And we can come in and watch this. And you can come in, not a lot, and just put some maybe come in and add some little darker color anywhere in here. Not too much though. Okay. Anywhere there's too much, like in here, I can come in and tap 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 tap. There. See that? Kind of gives a little more. Stands out a little more. You know, over here maybe. There. And you can always come back through and put highlights on too. So you can't really mess these up, you know. There's Little Dog. And Little Dog actually has a peak that goes this way and comes over, but I think we'll leave it out today and just do that. Okay. And then there's trees, there's distant stuff. And what we're going to do here is get some, use my brush I'm using. Just going to use this brush and I'm going to grab some of this, some blue, mix some of that in there. There, like a dirty green, some crimson in there. We'll darken it up. But blue is a good color distance. See what this does. Is that brown? Oh, yeah. Get some brown in there. That's what I want. See what this does. Don't like it? Change it. And we're going to come in and see. Yeah. And all I'm trying to do is make a transition from shaly rock to some green trees sticking up in there because the trees start to work their way up in that Little Dot in this mountain. They're far down though. There, doesn't look too bad. Keep in mind there's blue down below that's mixing. So I could probably go a little more green. And it'll, remember green will push stuff forward. So you don't want it too, you gotta be careful with green. You don't want too much green till it gets, and this is just gonna be, I probably could have used the knife for this. We're just gonna kind of, oh yeah. Listen to the lumineers on the background here. There. See that? I walked back behind here to see how it's looking. And I think that's all right. I could add a little blue to it if I wanted, but I'm going to leave it like that. Maybe you can get a little bit of brown. Okay. And this one's going to change dramatically here in a minute because I'm going to keep that. So there's my background. Okay. If I wanted to, I could come in and remember that brush I used to blend. Let's see here. Just kind of come in and lightly. There. There. I think that'll be fine. That'll really shoot back because I'm going to put a dark foreground in. I think what I want to do is, let's see here. I'm going to take that same brush, add some dark, this dark color, some brown, crimson, okay, some green. I'm just mixing whatever I can get my hands on, and then we're going to come in and go there. Mix some of that in there. If you need to get it darker, you can. I'll make it all straight. Okay, and these are going to be like distant. Might even go a little higher. Kind of look it over. Yeah, right here. Get some black color there. I've just saved some color from my last painting. There. Okay. This is a 99-cent brush on sale at Hobby Lobby. So, yeah, you can. I think I got this for. I think we're going to put a lake in front of it. So anyway, yeah. So you don't need to buy expensive brushes. Like I said, your finger of sponge and a knife might be the easiest ones to use. So basically, there's some distant trees. I think I'm going to make it higher because I want that mountain to sit back farther. So easy, just make it go higher. Look at that. I ran out of paint though. And when you get this much paint on the canvas, more crimson in there. When you get this much paint, ooh, there we go. I might push it forward too much. Oh well. Maybe it's a there. And sometimes you can come in and put a little hill right here. Okay, like there's stuff happening there. Okay, so that kind of gives you some other ideas. Then you can take, like for what I want to do here, I want this to be like some distant trees. So I'm going to take and just pull up. Not a lot, just little short strokes. And that'll kind of blend in back there. Kind of looks cool. Again, when I do these paintings on YouTube, if you think you might want one, let me know. I'm not expensive, and somebody wants one, message me, and we can barter or negotiate a very fair price. Okay, there. But I sure appreciate you watching, and the likes and the subscribers. I just hit 1,000. I might have mentioned that, which I'm just surprised. I've got 1,000 subscribers on this. So okay, we got that there. I like that. You got your distance there, and I'm gonna do something a little different here. Let's have some fun. We're gonna take some of that dark brown, crimson, and some of this. Just mix them together. I only have one camera, so I can't. I'm just taking all these colors. I'm gonna come in here. I said I wanted a waterfall, so I'm just getting it on the paint, on my brush, and I'm cutting just like that. And I'm going to come in here, and we got water here, which is nice, but I'm going to close this off and make it cooler, because usually I'll pull down and use this for the water. I think we're going to do a little different today. Okay. And if it turns out it does, make these little. Maybe there's a lot of rocky areas up in the park. Just when you're painting, just you're looking at a ridge from a different angle. This probably isn't realistically ooh, that's what I'm going to do. I see something here. So I'm going to leave that maybe there. There's not on Little Dog, there's just there. See? So this is obviously some rock ridges, ledges, and we're still going to use that blue for water, I decided. So I'm just going to come in here with a dark color I'm using. There's a lot of paint on here. See, these are just rocks, and you always want, you kind of want to make them come down farther here and then work your eye up. You want your water to go the right direction. I'm going to kind of come here. See? Sometimes you have to do there. There, and we can kind of have that. I'm not going to put the mountains in the back though. Not today. There. Maybe there's that there. Make them a little higher. Let's see here. There, a little one there. Just kind of gives the rocks a little character. Probably do this too. Make it a little, come up a little higher. There, there. Kind of brings your eye down in there, right? And then we're gonna have some fun here. Watch this. I'm gonna get some. I know I wanted to use some Prussian blue today. I need some Prussian blue out, and I'm gonna do that. I grab my. I thought I washed some brushes. Are they? All right. We'll use this guy right here. He looks good. I don't know. I'm just going to grab this. I've got so many brushes because I get them when they're on sale. I'm going to take some of that blue, Prussian blue. I'm going to pull down here. See this? You know what that's going to be. I would like to get some crimson in there. I don't have any. Right there. See that? I'm trying to think how I want this to show up. There. There. So you know what's going to happen next. We're going to come in and get a fan brush and make a waterfall there. And you can darken this up a little bit if you need to. You know, down here. Look at, and then it can get lighter, maybe. Yeah, looks good. This is called fun painting because you're not worried about if you make a mistake, nobody knows. I'm just putting more of this darker blue down here because when we put the white in, it'll make it pop. Listen to the Year of the Cat. It's a song my father-in-law introduced me to last weekend. We're down playing state baseball. Okay, now I gotta get some more white. Oh, I already have some, so no mind. I've got some new fan brushes I bought, and I don't know if I need. Where'd that one go? I thought I cleaned. Only used one of them, huh? Uh-oh. Okay, there's one. This will work right here, I bet. I'm gonna use this one here, and we're gonna come in, grab some white. I'm gonna mix it with my. Remember we talked about that liquid. Instead of paint thinner, I'm just gonna use liquid. They say it green. What does it do? It yellows paintings after a while, but oh well. So I'm gonna come here, and maybe the water comes this way, then down, because it has to come there. See? Now it's getting bluer that way. A little bit there. And you want to go fast with this. You want to make them look good, but maybe it comes down. It goes like this. It's not white when it lands. You know, and then you got a little bit here. All this might kind of come through and just do the little back and forth things. See? Don't kill all the dark though. You'll be upset with yourself. Sorry if I got a little loud there. There. So you got a little cloud, your little water coming down. And we're going to keep going here. And, you know, maybe it comes over here. We're going to come in and highlight these. We're going to take it up a little higher because otherwise we're going to have some issues. I want to make a, there. And then it might get a little more less turbulent down here. You know, like that. See? Pull that in. There's a little sluice box or something there. See? There's a, there. Pull those off. Maybe they're hitting the rocks. See, that looks pretty good. Wait till we highlight some. We're going to do some more highlight in there, but boom, that's a pretty good looking little 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 thing there. What am I trying to say, Lance? Okay, now I want to close this in a little bit right here. Okay, so I'm going to come in and there, kind of pull it that way a little bit. And then when you're doing these, it might be better to maybe pull that in just a little more and then go that way. Some dark on there. See? Make it a little higher and bring it over. There, right down to the water. Make noises. Sometimes it helps. Over here, same thing. Just bring it down. There, you got your little waterfall there. And it looks pretty realistic. So, what we're going to use, we're going to do some highlights to make these. We're going to take that same color, some brown, both brown, some crimson, get some white in there. Alexa, skip song. It's a horrible song. Okay? And I just mix some white with all this mess. Okay, and we're gonna just kind of come in here, and we thought the light's coming from here, so we're gonna, at this point it doesn't really matter. We're just gonna have some little, oh, look at that. Let it pull off. Get some, come on, the ridge of that, and just kind of, it'll make it come alive. Okay, then you got to decide, well, how your rock's actually going. Like here, yeah, little lip there. Hey, hope you can't hear the song because it's not one of mine. I don't know what I'm listening to. Okay, there, there. Maybe there's another little ridge right here. See how that goes? You just got to kind of think of how the rocks are stacked up and how they're going in there. How long am I going to put you guys through this? 32 minutes? Bad. I notice when I'm watching painting, there's so many awesome painters out there. That one might come down in a little more. But I can't watch for too long. I get bored, so I take my finger and I hit YouTube and I go forward, right? And until I find what part of the video I want to watch, and I hope that's okay. We're all busy, most of us. We don't have time to watch them forever. See, just pull these down and maybe a little bit here, all the way down. Remember, that's kind of a little sluice box, so I'm just using the same colors, and maybe here we can pull this way. Just pull. Oh, geez. Oh, see? Now maybe that kind of comes down and you make a mistake. You don't really. And then it pulls way down here. Okay. There. Maybe that comes way out. A little more white in there. Make it stand out. See? That one comes over. You can see how the rocks might change a little bit. And who knows? There's a little peak right there. And those look pretty good. I mean, and realistically wise. So now we're going to take, and when you get these, and this can be kind of difficult, take and pull down a little bit. Grab there, just see that? This is where the knife can be. Pull that down. See that one? There. Start pulling them. You can give them angles. Take them straight down if you want. That one comes this way. Grab that little bit. Not a lot. This is where it helps to, work that, practice with your knife, because they're not always, that's still working. There. Say you got cool mountain in the background. Let's go over here and work on this one. I could put some dark in there, but I don't think we need it. There. That one comes down. See? Get too much, clean your brush off. They're just like mountains right here. There. See? So you can come out and have some fun, do some stuff. Now, I'm going to try and get some yellow ochre and put some of that on here. That's going to look good on them rocks. Maybe mix that with some orange. At the art store the other day, they had a huge sale. I'll tell you what, I was buying all kinds of stuff. Orange, yellow. Sometimes you can buy paints that are already mixed to what you want to use them for. I like mixing them, but there's my orange. And this is going to give us a little more. The highlights on the rocks are going to look better. Okay, we might even put some grass on there. Okay, we'll take the orange and this yellow ochre, mix it together. Ooh, see what that looks like. It's a little bright. Get a little brown in there. Oh, there we go. So that kind of brown's apparently is a duller. There. So now come in and same thing, just get a little bit on the brush or on the, not it's not a brush, it's a knife. You can come in and just tap, touch, and just kind of just bounce it along there. See? Bounce. There's a lot of paint on here. So when this one's like dry, it's going to have some pretty good, it'll have a lot of ridges and stuff. It's always good to have a couple, two or three colors, highlights, and ooh, I got that white in there. I didn't really want that, but there. See? It kind of gives it a little more, pretty orangey, but oh well. And over here, do the same thing. Just touch. And you don't want to mush them. You just, that one there. See? Some little fun stuff there. And you can do, another thing you can do, and I'm going to try here, and it can be a little more difficult. You can take some of that blue, add a little white to it, not much. And you can come down in here and do some little white, little blue in there. See? Quick, fast. Don't do too much. There, little darker areas here. The shadows, shadows usually have blue in them, right? There, right here. This isn't my favorite knife either. I should use a different one. Then it gives you a little kind of shadow down here. See where the water is? I'm going to move that into the water because it's going to be, I think I know what we're going to do here. There. So those rocks kind of, you can see the water bouncing up against them a little bit. You can pull some, let's see, some more. Okay. You can work on these a long time, but I'm not going to go over 38 minutes. I'm still pretty good. I'm probably maybe 10 more minutes and we'll be done. Okay. You know what we're going to need now? We're going to need some, I think we're going to need trees. See these little guys? Pull too much down there. If you do, you can just grab some dark color, even some of that blue, and just come back in like here. I think I should be a little more blue. It'll be darker there. And just touch. There. And that Prussian blue, that's a good dark color. You can come in and things here and there, on the tops. You want some really dark areas in there. Right there. Just bounce them around. It won't hurt nothing. There's so many colors. You could put red in there, That doesn't look too bad. I find a few more spots for some of that dark blue. Maybe right down here. See? Right on this guy. There, kind of gives a little more. Lots of colors, good. You know, doesn't matter. So that looks kind of realistic, doesn't it? Looks pretty good. You can have, there's, looks for not too bad. I want to try. I'm looking up here at Little Dog. I want to do this. I'm try to come up here and darken this a little bit. There. See that? Right here. Maybe a little more down here. I can get some. Give me some white. Problem is, I don't have any white that's not orangey. And you could put some of that in there with. See, put some of this in there. Oh yeah. I don't want to. I don't want to piddle it to death. Some of these are flat. There. Let that brush bounce around. It's easy. See? A little more detail at the bottom here. Sometimes it's better to phase out the bottom, but let's have a little bit of fun in it. There's a lot of screed down there. I don't want it to look too easy, mountain, because it's not. A little more white. There. See? How's that look? Not too bad. And you could come in and take some of that blue, some of this brown. Okay? Make a dirty brown. In some of these areas, I gotta be careful here though. You can come in here and put that in there. Here. Okay. There. Just gives it a little more, some shadows. See? A little darker in some spots. Ooh. There. There. So you got, kind of gives it a little more, that blue can do a lot of good stuff. And remember, there's a lot of other color up here. So when you're doing that, you can have some, or do overdo, but it can add a little, makes them look a little more realistic. There. You got some, looks like almost a little crooked little water line there, but we're okay with that. Should we do some trees? Let's do pine trees on this. Yeah, let's do that. So, and then we're gonna be done. I'm gonna get some of this dark, some blue, brown. There we go. Ooh, yeah. Some green in there. These are close. I need some crimson. I need some more crimson. You might be able to hear my tunes now. I gotta get done here. I got other stuff I gotta get done today. Well, this will be two new YouTube videos that'll be coming up today. I did. So I've noticed they're kind of hit or miss on. You got 60 million people on YouTube. It's kind of amazing you can get anything as far as channels go. So thank you guys for subscribing and watching. Okay, so I'm gonna get my brush. Gosh darn it, I should have washed it, but that's okay. I think I'll be all right. It's got a little green on it, but I'll cover that up. So I'm gonna just take a fan brush. I'm gonna just go into this color, and we're gonna put some pine trees in. See these distant ones? Yeah. So, but I don't want to kill too much of my mountain. See, this is a new brush. Yes, look at that. How far down should it go? Just right to the top. Yeah, because he's just going to live right up top there. We might even break the rules today and not do odd numbers. Okay, we got that, right? Just start tapping. Okay, flip it over. I'm just tapping straight on. You can tap down. You don't have to do it completely the first time. You can come back in and add some things on it. Okay, and then you, like I said, oh yeah, this brush is awesome. There. I turn, there's so many ways to do trees. Okay. Uh-oh. Yeah, maybe you got a little bigger there. They're not perfect. Trees are trees. And then on the top, don't push too hard. Just smash the paint in. Okay. And then if you want to go this way, if you do, you got to you want your brush to angle this way, and you can get your points. Otherwise, they're going to be a little, and then you can do that. And don't, here. So, I think that tree looks just fine. Okay, let's do another one. Okay. And I want to leave my peaks in there. I'm going to go here. Go this way. Crooked. Paintings look so good when the trees are not straight. And then they're just random. There. 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 Boy, these are good brushes. And for the amazingly low, 4 of them for $12 on online site that starts with an A. Okay, see that? You want to go that side? Do that. You'll figure these out. It doesn't take long to paint trees. Best thing to do is just get a blank canvas and just go to town. Right? You can pull that down. There. So they sit on top of the rocks. Okay? Tell you what though, I've seen trees that grow out of rocks. Pretty crazy where they'll grow. And then up top here, just barely touch. Don't go too high, because when you do, your tree won't look right. There. There. So I think that looks just fine, right? So let's go back in. Do one more over here. We're going to do 3, and this one's just going to be like, let's put this one way up here. We're going to cover a little bit more than I wanted to, but right to there. When you really want to get paint on the canvas, you mash it in, okay? And when you got this thick paint here, we're going to do something. Maybe he goes all the way off. Watch this. Push everything back, and then just kind of tap. Okay? When you grab that, when you hit this, you're going to have some other color changes. So come back down. Skip him for now, okay? You learn this as you, from mistakes. Okay, see that? Yeah, I'm running out of paint, so, but there. But here, because if you don't, you start pulling that paint in, you're gonna, there. So there you go. That one looks just fine, kind of sitting over there. And you can kind of imagine where it goes from there. Okay, now we got to get some light. So we're going to grab some of this light. There's some highlights. And it's just the green I had left over right there. God, I could throw some yellow in it too. I want those to stand out a little more. Orange now. Okay. There. Just a little yellow in there. Okay, and then let's do some highlights. Where we say the light was coming from, this way. Okay. We'll just kind of come in and see how it looks. Just tap. Oh yeah. A little aggressive there. There. And that gives them a little white in there. Light it up a little more. And we could Leave them darker on the bottom because they're going to be darker on the bottom, right? That gives them some dimension, doesn't it? This little guy here, we're going to have him. Ready? Kind of. That don't look too darn bad. Don't care if you can see the stalks or not, because yeah. Okay. What about in the middle? What are we gonna do? Just leave it? I'm trying to think if there's anything else we want to do, or we just sign this one and call it good. Got some little dogs, some mountains. You want to put some clouds up there? God, let's do that. Forgot about clouds. I'm gonna show you a super easy way to do clouds very quickly. See, this brush might work here. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to take some white. Get some more white. I forgot about the clouds. There. Just going to use this beat up fan brush I got here. Okay. Get some paint on it. All I'm going to do is this little tiny fan brush. Hopefully this works. You see that? I'm just going to pile this paint on. I want some blue in there. Okay, and then we're just going to come up here in the sky. Should have done these earlier. Just push. We'll start up top. Okay. There. A little more. Pretty white, isn't it? Yep. Maybe they come down there. And just pushing in and turning. Keep in mind, you're going to have to keep them away from the trees. Because if you don't, you get the trees are going to mess them up. Go back up here. There. There. So you got that. And those don't look too bad. There's random clouds. Then you want to come in and take another fan brush. Try out another of my new ones. Look at this guy. Okay. And we're just going to kind of come in and... no, I don't want to use that one. I'm going to use this guy instead. This is just a little tiny blender brush. I'm just going to kind of come in and kind of mess around with them. If it tops. There. One thing you don't want to do is mush paint. Just tapping and some dark. Here, leave the tops and lights. And maybe there's blue, under there, dark blue. So we just want to kind of random because tops can be a little lighter. Too light though. There. Those don't look too bad, do they? Sometimes you can come in at the bottoms of them and maybe make them a little flatter in spots. Fluff them up. Twirl them up areas. Okay. Clouds are another thing that take a little more time, to learn. Pull these up, maybe. There. It just gives you a little more fun in the sky, with the clouds. And then, to set them back, I'm going to take a soft brush and just go over them. Like a bristle brush, like this. Here's this guy. And just kind of go through and barely touching them, just kind of. And you can pull them up. Lightly blend them, and then just set them back. See? want something in there. That's okay. So it kind of just makes them disappear back a little bit, gives you some light, and they look good. Okay. Well, I think we're about done, unless you want to do something really fun, and I think I will. I'm going to grab that dark brown, okay? I'm going to come right down. This is how we're going to put another tree in, okay? It's going to be interesting, but it's going to push everything back, okay? And we're going to go right here. You can ruin a painting, but that ain't going to hurt nothing. Want some black in there. You know? Okay. Just showing you how different things you can do. You think your painting's done? Get some crimson in there. Darken it up a little bit. Blue. Brown. And this can be like a huge, a big old fir tree or something. Gnarly, you know. Crimson. See? And that's just coming right. We're going to make him bigger because he's going way down. See? And then you push right through all that stuff. And there, you got a nice tree in the front. And we're going to put some, we're going to take some white on there. I'm just going to add a little white to the brush. And our sun's coming from this side, right? We're going to come in and tap right there. Okay. Go up this side. Boom. Sometimes it's easier to pull the paint, you know. See? There. So there, now you're going to get some depth in the tree. Or you get some, it makes it look round, right? Okay. Wipe that brush off a little bit. I don't feel like getting a fresh one. And then we're going to come in and just grab, oh, where's that blue? See if we can grab some blue. A little more of that phthalo blue. I'm just dragging on here. Sorry. But we're going to try to get color. Grab a little phthalo blue for the other side of the tree. This will look good. A little white. Okay. Some white in there. Okay. I'm going to come up this side of the tree and put some blue in there. See that? I'll kind of make it have a shadow side. When I said we might do an odd number of trees, I guess we are. Grab a little white. How's that look? Yeah, that looks pretty good. So we're going to leave it like that. And then come back in, get some real dark right in the middle. There. There. So you got a nice little tree, and maybe I think we could even put a little more white on the one side, huh? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Keep in mind, if you don't want to watch, if this is too slow, just hit your finger and fast forward. These are just random paintings today. There was no planned. I didn't really plan them, so. And then just come over here if you want to lighten up a little more. Oh, brown. Okay. I might have to get a little thinner in there. Give me a little of that of my. There. Make it stand out a little more. There. That looks pretty good. And you know what you can do here? I know I'm kind of going on. You can make little Just little areas. They might be a little wider. Now, we can't finish without some limbs. Get my trusty old, and I'm just going to use some of that, I think. Some dark. There we go. Ooh. I have to get some paint thinner too, but this will be it. I'm about done today. So, okay. And then here, we're just going to do some little downward ones. I'm not going to go up. So I'm just going to do some little, watch this. See? Little guys? Excuse me. Some come from in front. See? Oops, if they're darker, I think. See that one? Right there. Just want him to be, maybe some come down. Some are a little bigger. Of course, at the bottoms, they're do that. You can come in and do that. Down here. Sometimes they're getting, it's so much paint. Got those. One more. You know. You know. Not always simple, are they? Maybe this one goes up. See that? A little coming off of him. Kind of an old dead tree there in the front to finish this thing off. You know, and then I want to go down here. Hey, that one comes there. And I come in here and you can work these trees for quite a while. But this one comes from behind. See? Just make them wiggle and jiggle and just do some little cool things. And you don't want to bring them down too far. So usually, I don't know what happens to them, but they don't last. So this one needs a little more here. Let's see. See? Little crickly things coming out of them. You know. See? Ooh, that one has a big one that stuck out. Gives them some. And then you can also take and maybe make some dark spots in here, in the middle of the tree. There's some dark spots here and there, just to give them some more character. A little bit right there. See? And then they kind of look rounder and stuff. And that tree's going to be dead. We're not putting anything on that one today. But and then one other thing I want to do before we're done is I want to put a little more yellow on the tree. I want to get some yellow and make the trees a little brighter. Okay? Then it's finished. Then I'm done painting for the day. Okay? We'll call her good. This one turned out to be an hour. Holy cow. Sorry. Okay. I come in here and just should blend in though. I don't like that brush. Something else. My other one, my new one. There it is. That ain't gonna work though. There. Got to get some paint thinner, and then we're gonna put a few more of these little my brighter. That's too much. And that brush up. Okay. See? There, a little more of that. You see how I'm trying to, and then remember over here, a little bit of that. My yellow kind of went away on me, but a little bit here and there. There, that kind of gives our trees a little more character. So thanks for watching today, and have a wonderful day, good weekend, and see you next time. Bye-bye.